I have a third party situation here. I have you versus them. This is a connection that has gripped you to some degree. This has either got you in situations you never imagined. This became obsessive. This person was a bit of like a fixation that you couldn't really escape. And this person who has been transitioning, who has been moving on their perspective and wanting to come forward with truth regarding a third party situation. So we're going to jump in and we're going to see what's going on, what's coming forward here. And if you guys do want to know what your astral projections are coming up, Astra is an amazing app which allows you to connect your birth chart to our planets, to our atmosphere, to what's going on energetically, to certain planet alignments. This gives you detailed information about all your phases and what's coming up, how you're going to be feeling, all of that good stuff. But yeah, you should check it out if you haven't already. But let's jump in. Okay, so immediately I'm seeing that you see this person as somebody that grips at your vulnerabilities. You may even cop this out to be, maybe it's because of my childhood trauma that I'm attached to someone like this or someone that would treat me this way, but it is something that you've been almost unable to escape. It keeps pulling you in, it keeps drawing you in. There's a serious grip that this connection has on you that has put you into more of this compromised state emotionally. It's probably got you feeling more naive, a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more insecure in some ways, but you are very optimistic about it. Like, you're very dream eyes, you're very gushy. Like, when it comes to this person, you're like, oh my God, could this really be? Is this really meant to be? I do think you hold a lack of faith. You got the Fool in reverse. There's a sense of the step never being taken or the final action never following through. You're kind of waiting for this person to make a step forward. You're feeling them holding back. You're feeling a lack of faith. You're getting a bit restless in it. You're feeling a bit foolish. There's something about the steps that haven't been taken here, even though your emotional state has been so attached to this, that isn't lining up. But however, your bottom row was like all about you having a like spring awakening, like a spring chicken. And you're just like, I know my shit. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm meant to be. I've got places to be, people to see. There is a sense of your visionary coming alive with your King of Wands. Your ability to see, to create, to really manifest what's going on in your mind and have it manifest for you physically. There is something about your independence and your status and your abundance. You could be doing the best you've ever been doing financially. You may be having a side hustle that's bringing in a profit for you. There's something about your abundance, your visionary empire building mind frame that's really coming to light and has come to light since this relationship, since this connection's been in your life. But new spiritual story. Forgiveness. You may also have forgiveness around the situation. Maybe this was a connection that's gone cold and you had moved on and really like released something that gripped you so heavily. However, that's where we have that the energy may not be completely gone. You have someone coming forward to you with an Ace of Swords. That was the first card that came out. After moving on from certain limiting beliefs, certain opinions they had, certain restrictions in the past, blockages in the past, they are coasting through and out and away from anything that had held them back before. So, with Three of Cups sitting right next to it in reverse, this may have been another love person. This may have been a third party family interference from other permanent fixtures in this person's life. But there's a sense of them moving on or getting clarity, moving perspectives, shifting their mind frame, having maybe reserved a whole bunch of things. And I almost see these as unsent messages. Like everything they could have said before, everything that has like never made it out through this path right here. It's like they finally have the truth that they're going to lead themselves out of this cave, out of this isolation, out of this removal with you. They've always been keeping up with you, even in your successes, even in all the things that you accomplish. There's a sense of always have been being curious about you. And you got another ace. The miracle card. Literally, this is something major coming to your life. This is something major being offered. This is an Ace of Pentacles. It's literally like serious commitment right off the bat. This person's not coming around to play games. This person's very well intended. There's a sense of serious devotion here and actually showing up with something to give, saying, hey, I really want the full thing with you. I'm serious. I'm permanent. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to fight for this. No matter how much convincing it takes. I've cut ties with certain people. This person's no longer in my life. It's always been you, even through my uncertainty, even through my doubt, even through my confusion. There's always been a true north, and that's always pointed to you. That is an offering of an Ace of Pentacles. And after all their confusion, after all their muddiness, there is a sense of what's coming forward. I do want to just see what is coming in here. What it manifests into. The Empress. 5 of Swords. You may really stake your ground. Also, this could be your mental frustration with this. Maybe this person has come around like this before. Maybe there's always been a state of confusion. But they see you in a high regard. Also, they may be tapped into their empathetic side. More of their feminine energy, their divine feminine. They could really be tapping here in an emotional way, not trying to battle you mentally, not trying to conflict with you on facts that maybe stand about this connection that go work against them. Let's get one more. Two of Wands in reverse. That means that they need to make a plan. That means they need to reassess their plan. Or that their plan towards you is not the way forward. They're following their intuition, but they may not be as well guided as you are. Okay, where I think you really know how to get things together from point A to point Z. This person, I think, has an intention of coming forward to you and definitely offering everything to you. But I think they still lack real pathways forward if this attachment is still in their life, which it is showing up, okay, that this came from a third-party situation. They may come forward with the truth, but it's really important that you see the action because that's where this person may falter. Even if they come through saying certain things, you need to see those implements changed and happening before you make any moves towards this. Let's just get your energy. How will you feel when this comes in? So you're going to feel like a real transformation. It's going to be your 4 of Wands. You're going to feel like it's the reunion. You're going to be feeling like you're actually receiving in this connection where you've been lacking so much. I think this is really going to tickle you pink. I think this is really going to make your heart sing. It's going to make you think that this thing that you thought would never go off the ground is actually going off the ground. You need to make sure there's the follow through though. There needs to be real proof of this transformation before you get too giddy and excited about this all happening. Okay, let's go to a part 2.